So yeah, what up everybody? This is Thabo, your Uber driver. I'm traveling with Thabo. I hope he's appearing very clear in the picture. So yeah, we are just basically having general conversations about issues that happen everywhere and right now. Alright, so I'm with Amish right now. We're in Actonville. Where are you off to, Lani?
I am off to African Academy to study.
Ah, school, huh? Folks, we are back. I'm with my folks here. I've just picked them up in the CBD. Unfortunately, they've just given me bad news about an incident that happened in regards to their son being hit in a hit and run incident, and of which it seems there's just too many dodgy stories and no clarity as to what happened. And so, alright. Good morning, South Africa. I'm with Louis. I'm with Lewis. Yeah, just picked up Lewis. Lewis sounds like you had quite a trip and a half on your hands. Yeah, man. And we're heading off to the airport right now, right?
Sure.
Yeah, bro. So where were you?
I went to China. I had to go pick up my degree. Because friends trying to help you get your degree, it's a long process.
So you studied in China?
Yeah, I studied in China.
What did you study there?
Architecture.
Oh yeah? You know, you're the second person. Well, yesterday I had another chap who was studying architecture, but locally. But yeah, I guess architecture is the course to do of late.
Well, is it?
Well, it sounds like it. I mean, I've met two people who studied architecture in a short space of time, eh?
Yeah, no, when we picked it, we were told that's where the money is. And then when we go to the industry, you are like, okay, these guys with the money have white hair. So when do I get there? Should I dye my hair white? What's going on?
Yeah, man, you can fast track the whole process, man. Eh?
Wow.
Whoever said progress was a slow process wasn't talking about you. That's a 50 line.
It was a lie.
But now, were you interested in architecture in the first place?
Yeah, I was. I did a subject called D&T, Design and Technology, in high school. Yeah. So there were a lot of graphical drawings and stuff, and I was like, I want this.
And what high school is this?
In Botswana. It's called Al-Nur.
So you're from Bots?
I'm from Bots. Oh, I live in Bots. I'm from Kenya.
Oh yeah?
I mixed myself.
Yeah, you've got a story and a half on your hands,
I got a story, my friend. I got a story.
So who's from Kenya? Both parents?
Both parents.
Is it?
I was born in Botswana.
Alright.
Yeah, hence the accent to say Botswana.
Yeah.
Tell a kid to say Gaborone.
Hey.
That's the one. That's
yeah,
the
man.
One. Yeah, no. So I was in China. In all honesty, I just wanted to leave the house. And being an only child and staying with my parents the whole of my age, too much. So I was like, it's either I go to SA or I leave the country. So I did A-levels, or rather A-levels did me.
Oh yeah?
Because that thing is not easy. It's not easy. It was not easy.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, so I found out about China. The school fees ain't so bad. So I was like,
I'm out.
I'm gone.
Adios, mama.
Bruh, I was gone. I even
Don't call me, I'll call you.
Honestly, I used to call them only when it's time for like, hey,
Chelete.
I was like, yeah, so you know you have a child, eh? You have one child, just one.
Would you like me to make a poverty video saying that my parents don't care?
Honestly, go fund me page. So, but China was fun.
Was it?
It was, okay, I wouldn't lie, I was drunk most of the time.
Are you for real?
Hey, when alcohol in China is between cheap and free.
What?
Cheap and free. Cheap and free. You go to this Chinese, you know, Hennessy is there waiting for you. Mahala. Mahala. Hey.
And the language barrier?
Who cares when you're drunk? Who cares when you're drunk?
I like that.
As long as I knew how to order my alcohol, I knew how to get home, I'm sharp.
So how long were you there?
Just 2 years, and then COVID happened. And
so were you stuck in a way? During COVID, were you stuck that side or you came back or what happened?
I came, immediately they closed the channel for food. Like, we get our food from Shanghai. So when they said they're closing that road, I was like, which one is this one? I'm out. So being an only child, I was like, yeah, so guys, bring me home.
Let's make miracles
happen.
Let's
make it happen. So
walk on water, daddy.
Yeah, let's do this. So
turn water into wine.
Honestly, I wasn't about to do, because like even like the starting of COVID, it was getting like really like hectic. The whole cops, you can't leave your apartment.
Not much mobility happening.
And me, I like moving. I like to move. So I was like, this can't be. So I'm hearing no COVID in Africa, so
you came back.
I came back, and they said we would come back. They lied. So I graduated online. Fortunately, so I got the points I needed. But now getting my degree, I asked someone to fetch it for me.
Yeah. Not so reliable. Story after story. That says it all.
Here it is, Chinese holiday shop.
Yeah.
Chinese holidays finished. Hi, hello. Nothing. No, I called. Nothing.
Are you for real?
I asked someone else. Nothing. I even said happy birthday on this just so that
and these are what? Friends who live that side, or friends who are from Botswana as well, but you studied with them that side?
No, they're from other countries, but they went back to China. For me, I was done with China.
Yeah.
Like when I went back to Botswana, everything changed. Shockingly, the drunkard I was now, my boy, I'm 3 years sober and stuff. So,
are you for real?
Yeah.
As in voluntarily?
Voluntarily.
You done with alcohol?
I'm done.
Are you for real?
I don't know what I was doing in China.
No, but it was your coping mechanism.
When you are living in a country where everything is different.
But would you recommend anybody going that side? Like to go study and whatever?
Yeah, China, one thing I love about China, anything is possible.
Yeah.
Like you work, you get your money. Money is good. I used to work, bring people to China. I used to get commission. I used to teach English. The money is good. And basically things, if you like alcohol, China's
you're sorted.
You're sorted. You make friends there. People, they will not buy you food, but they will buy you alcohol.
All right. And then tell me about that part where the Chinese, because they don't have so many black people, where they're fascinated with your hair and all that stuff. Is it a real thing?
It's a real thing. They'll take the
like they want to touch your hair. But I hear in some cases they're quite rude to a point. They don't ask. They just approach and touch. Can it get to that point?
Yeah, it can.
Jeez.
I've had people in the line at the supermarket like trying to
pull hair out of your...
pull my hair.
Wow.
Trying to figure out what's going on. Wow. I've had a child run up to me and cry. They just see this color and they're like, yo,
are you for
which
real?
one is this one? But I think my favorite experience had to be when I had to go cut my hair. So I was a Chinese guy. So after he washed my hair, I had an afro back then. And he, shrinkage. He did this. The hair went up. He was confused. He was shocked.
That the hair is
going up.
But then it shrinks.
But it's like this small. But when he blow dries it, it goes up. He called the whole salon came. They're like,
what does that mean?
It's like, what's this? What's this?
Say that again. Chicken shishima. If I can remember that, I'm gonna use that. Chicken shishima.
Hey, they were shocked.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So now you're out.
I'm out. Back to
Botswana,
back to Gaborone.
You must give me your handle so that when I actually do upload it, I can tag you and you can basically tell people that, hey, I encountered this cat. He's doing this and this is what's happening. You can check me out. There we go. So please go ahead, write your handle there, and then I'll definitely tag you. But it was interesting meeting you, huh?
Yeah, likewise. I've never been on
anything like this.
Yeah.
No. Well, we basically are launching it basically with my friend and I, because I encountered that I bump into many interesting people whilst I'm driving around,
Yeah.
And it will be interesting sometimes to record some of the conversations. Some can be sensitive and some can be just fun,
Yeah,
man.
I hope.
And in Caps, are you gonna stay there permanently or are you coming to SA? You know the money is in SA.
I know the money is in SA.
Don't deprive yourself life. And from what you sound like, Thabo.
I love that thing.
No, you must come back.
Yeah, no.
I'll be in contact. I saw your number is there. I'll drop you a message with my number. When you come through, please, let's hook up and do something. You'll be the designated driver, saying that you're no longer drinking, you see?
Obvious. Just show me GPS, I'll follow.
Kaufela.
Yeah, but no.
Kaufela, let me close this. No, likewise. Louis, Gaborone, stand up, representing from China. We're out. Wait, is it somewhere around here?
Yeah.
See, 10 minutes, so that means it's not that far. All right. What are you studying?
Architecture.
Architecture, huh?
Architecture.
Nah, interesting. I love architecture.
It's not as interesting as it sounds.
Yeah. So what made you choose that course?
Well, the drawing part, the design, I like doing all that.
All right. Yeah. Oh, but there is a certain level of interest in doing it.
Yeah, there is.
You were not forced.
No.
All right. Because I know sometimes in Indian families, if one is a doctor, the whole family is a doctor. If one is a lawyer, the whole family is a lawyer.
No, actually.
Alright. I mean, right now, here in South Africa, we're going to elections next year. That should be one topic. You see, there we go. The young lady that I've just dropped off now. How old are you, Amish?
Turning 22.
Alright. That lady is 23. He also didn't register. So he says he's actually not certain as to whether he will be voting or not. Because at the end of the day, he says he doesn't know who to vote for. Are you finding yourself in a similar situation?
Same situation.
Is it?
Same situation.
You honestly don't feel there's anybody who's fighting for things like you're interested in?
I don't think so.
Is it? What would you be interested? Okay, so if a party had to sell itself to you, what things that are you mainly
honestly,
interested in?
Jobs.
Yeah, fair enough. Jobs. And?
Jobs, roads, fixing hospitals, schools.
Those are the pressing things according to you in your world, ne?
Exactly, yeah.
Right. No, interesting.
That's because these people are striking.
Is that why it's looking like this?
Yep.
Oh, how long has the strike been on?
For about a week now.
For about a week now, eh? Yes, like that's terrible. And believe you me, I went to Benoni West, so I know Actonville when it was in its heydays, my man.
Okay, nice.
In its heydays. Well, not necessarily around here, but in Tsakane. Tsakane Prakpan.
Oh,
yeah, the township of Prakpan.
Okay.
So when I was living in Brakpan, I used to go to Benoni West, and then I lived in Vosloorus and carried on studying at Benoni West. So I'm quite familiar with Benoni. I mean, Benoni used to be a prominent town. I don't know whether you know Cosman's ice cream.
Yes.
We used to basically go buy Cosman's ice cream there. They by the plaza. We used to go to hip hop gigs. There used to be shows and everything. As much as it's deteriorated right now and it's a ghost of itself, but Benoni used to be the place to be in regards to especially us the young ones, and me especially because I was interested in hip hop. That's how I would end up mingling with the Benoni boys. Yeah.
That's cool. Always nice to meet you people.
You're always good meeting you people. You're damn right there. Right there.
So what's the plans for today?
I'm gonna drive and try make as much of this demo as much as possible, my man, and basically try upload it by end of the week.
Nice.
And then slowly try make it a continuous handle. I want your handle as well, so that you can basically, then I'll tag you, and then you can see yourself that, hey, I actually helped the Lani. I gave the Lani permission to shoot on this day. Your school, is it a big school?
Not really. It's more like for... It's a big...
Because the first time I hear the name.
It's the drafting.
Oh, it's basically concentrating on drafting.
Drafting and like engineering. That side of the...
Interesting. Yeah. Well, lately, based on how buildings are looking, I think architecture is a very interesting field to go into. I mean, I'm loving that whole...
There's no opportunities this side.
You figure?
Yeah.
So after you're done, you're out.
Like, the opportunities this side is basically more of renovations and like...
Not bringing in new designs and whatnot.
Exactly.
Are you serious? Yeah. Jeez, man, that's bad, right?
When last did you see outstanding building?
Yeah. I was about to say that...
Newly developed outstanding.
Well, I was about to say, like, what I've noticed is the change of style.
Yeah.
Of late, I see concrete and red bricks with a bit of industrial beams is the in look of late.
That's the style. So I'm planning on hopefully getting a qualification as soon as possible, and then getting some work experience. And then finding some jobs.
You want to travel overseas, huh?
Mainly Australia. So I see they quite developed.
Yeah.
But on a target the countries that are still upcoming. Even if I go to Dubai.
You're quite correct in the upcomings. Yeah.
Even if I can go to Dubai.
Yeah, because Dubai is always developing itself, and there's new projects all the time.
Exactly. And the buildings there are
magnificent, huh? So which building locally do you admire? Like style or whatever? Is there anything?
To be honest, none.
really? Is it? Nothing stands out to you?
Nothing catches my eye.
Is it? Shame, that's a pity, man. That means you guys are not getting inspired at all.
Yeah.
So you would basically have to look at videos outside of the country to get inspiration and so on.
Yeah, I follow all these pages on Instagram.
Yeah.
People, I see, get inspiration from there.
And who's the guy you're liking internationally then? Like what?
Well, all the main architects from the past.
Ah.
Yeah.
I'm finding myself being a fan of the old architecture, and in some cases the old Dutch buildings.
It's actually really impressive.
Those are quite nice,
But to build them now, it's like very expensive.
It would be quite expensive, huh?
So that style, they molded it with their hands.
Nah.
They did it like.
I'm loving the old school Dutch houses, man. They're quite nice.
Those are the best.
Those are gems.
Even the Gothic ones. The churches.
Yeah, more especially the churches. That's where you actually get to see that architecture at some time was on a different level, man.
Yeah, those were quite
with all those painted glasses.
Yeah, same one.
Yeah. So what would you say are the pressing issues for a place like Actonville? Crime, ne? I remember when I was growing up, when we used to visit Actonville, drugs. We used to get drugs from Actonville. So it was known for drugs.
Crime, drugs. Yeah, well, it's basically everything you find everywhere. But it's not so hectic.
It's not so hectic.
It's not as bad as it seems.
And I think maybe that fact that it's a community of religious people also helps to it.
There's a mix. There's a
Hindus and Muslims, ne?
There's a very good, yeah.
You would be?
You
are Hindu. All right. Yeah, I used to study with a guy called Shakti Bagu.
Yo.
Shakti Bagu.
Yes, that's a name and a half.
That boy introduced rushes at our school.
Oh, the shoes.
That's how the drug called rush or something like that.
Oh, shit.
That's how we got to know that there's a drug called rush, and he was damn good at it. Just like, you're supposed to be this side when you were standing at the wrong place. Jeez, I'm thinking I'm the one going the wrong way.
And she's in the wrong place.
Yo. And look at her confident. She's at the right place. Alright, and that guy used to be good at pool, snooker. At a time where I didn't know many people who were good at pool. He was the first guy I saw hit a ball, spin, and come knock in another ball.
Sure.
I wonder what happened to Shakti. Shakti Pagu, wherever you are, my man, I hope you're good.
That's a name in our...
Yeah, it is, eh? Yeah, I think his family were Hindu. So
that's a very Hindu name.
So we used to be in the school band, and then they invited us to Actonville, and they basically, and you know how Indian families are, when you don't make a small sandwiches, you make a meal and a half.
Yeah.
The entrance is this?
Yeah, this is it.
Alright. So they had made a meal and a half for us. Chili bites, samosas. That's when I fell in love with Indian food, my man.
Yeah, Indian food has its spots.
Oh my man, the Indian food is not, I think in the world, Indian food is there in the top 3.
It is.
In the world, it is there in the top 3. I don't want to hear who says what.
But I haven't really experienced much.
Is it?
Yeah. I'm like, stick to what I eat, what I know.
Yeah, you must experiment, my man.
I've had Scopo before.
Well, my man, I'm black and I don't quite enjoy it myself. So if you enjoyed it, good on you. It's a bit too much for me as well. These are the lines you're studying with. It looks very serious there,
Bro, I'm telling you.
Unfortunately, they've just given me bad news about an incident that happened in regards to their son being hit in a hit and run incident, and of which it seems there's just too many dodgy stories and no clarity as to what happened and so on. But I'm taking them to their drop-off, and I'm very sorry to hear about the passing of your son again, and my condolences again. And I guess probably it's giving you a very somber feeling in your last years, because you are more towards the final chapter of your lives, you know. So I'm pretty sure you're not too happy, or not even in a good space, physically, emotionally, and probably not even happy about where you are in terms of the country, because you probably feel like you're being let down by the justice system as well.
Yeah, definitely.
That's exactly how you're feeling, eh? You're feeling quite let down by the justice system. Jeez, it can't be easy, hey? Because no...
And you know, the thing is, if only we could get closure.
Yeah, I mean, that's what everybody would ask for. Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
But whoever it was, it's got to play on his...
It's got to come out.
Play on his conscience.
Kingdom of heaven.
He's got to wake up every morning and think, what have
So
I done?
you, Red Audi, who hit a 54-year-old man in Mayfair West and sped off,
Yeah.
and hit him so hard that he couldn't be identified properly.
Yeah.
This, I hope you get to see this video and you see what damage you've done to other people. You may think you're quite smart in how you got away with it, or even you policemen who may have helped the culprit destroy the evidence and just make sure that nobody gets to know about this where the law is concerned. I hope you're quite happy with what you've done, because you've done a huge injustice to our parents here, and it can be a nice feeling for a parent to be losing a child.
Yeah.
So may this rest on your conscience, whoever you are, wherever you are, you know. And I think, you know, it's just so sad that a lot of things are falling apart in our country. You know, almost everything is falling apart. And I guess it just adds to that feeling that you guys are actually feeling.
You feel hopeless.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I can imagine hopelessness is the biggest feeling that comes to mind. And I'm pretty sure if it were a case of this happened probably in your younger years, you would probably be even leaving the country, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah,
You would consider something like that, huh? Yeah. Hey.
Terrible. Well, thanks for putting us on video. Do you see the camera?
There we are. It is recording right there, ma. It is right there recording, ma.
Now what
There
if I
we-
scratched in my nose?
then everybody has seen your booger.
Oh, goodness.
But maybe if I can just bring this to your attention as well, that please don't feel like crime is just a racial thing in this country.
No,
you know,
no ways.
it's affecting all of us, and we are all heartful.
Yeah.
We are all up to here
Yeah.
with the crime, you know, and it's a case of it's just disheartening. And even when something happens to you, you're quite lazy to even go to a police station, because you know, plus minus, nothing is going to happen. And that is the general feeling everywhere. So,
It's
you know,
actually very, very sad.
it is very sad, because there's a lot of injustice happening, and there's a lot of criminals walking freely and feeling like they are God because perhaps they have money.
Yes.
And it's so sad that everything is narrated by money.
Money.
Oh, wow.
Everything has got to do with money.
Unfortunately.
Now,
and-
what if you haven't got it? What
And-
do you do?
And yet we are told all men are equal before the law.
Yeah. No, that's wrong.
I guess we were reading the wrong Animal Farm book, because not all animals are equal, sadly, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, it's such a somber feeling that I'm pretty sure you're going through.
But I actually, you know, to tell you the truth,
Mm-hmm.
I feel a lot better now at the moment as I'm sitting here.
Yeah.
The news that I got from them there,
Yeah.
it's positive.
Is it giving you some kind of closure though, at least?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we've just got to do one more thing and that, and just bring it in here to them, and that, and
Yeah.
they will work it further.
Yeah. So how many kids do you have now left? Two daughters, eh? I guess I've been conversing to one of them, because she's the one who told me my parents are the ones
Oh,
you're
yes,
picking
Abigail.
up. All right.
Abigail.
Is that Abigail, eh?
Yes.
All right.
She's a very, very nice person.
Is it? How old is she? I'm looking for a wife. I'm on the
42.
market.
42.
I am at 1981 as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I know I might look slightly young, and my physique might be small.
But you know what the thing is, you can see by you've got
I have a what, sorry, ma?
a woman.
Oh.
You have got.
You figure, ma?
Huh?
Am I too good looking to be single? Hey, ma, the best of us have been left alone. They choose the bastards.
Yeah. The rich ones.
Yep.
Sugar daddies.
You know, and unfortunately, as we have just been saying, everything is all about money of late. I mean, and if you don't have that, believe you me, you're at the back of the queue where everything is concerned. I miss the days where you guys fell in love, because then love was genuine, eh?
That's 60 years ago, brother.
And you probably guys met at high school and dated and married each other until
Yeah,
then.
we lived in the same area.
You know what? We lived in Braamfontein. Those days it was just houses, semi-houses. We lived in the same street, but different numbers of houses.
Okay.
He was down at the bottom, I was down at the top. All the years in Braamfontein. And man, I'm telling you.
So at what age did you guys meet then?
Well, I was 17.
Oh yeah?
25.
Oh, and the rest is history.
The rest is history.
It's a long time, 60 years, brother.
No, it is. Jeez, it's quite a long time. I still need to get to that year.
My two daughters say the one is 57 and Abigail is 42.
Okay.
And they not the one that the eldest one, she was married. She's divorced already 36 years. Yeah. And her son is 38, my grandson.
Oh yeah? He's quite a big
and
boy.
Never another man. And Abigail is just on her own with her boyfriend. So,
and she's seemingly happy, right?
if they are happy, then it's okay.
Yeah,
That's all
man. At the end of the day, the most important thing is happiness, eh?
Yes.
That's all we can ever wish for anybody at the end of the day. Yeah. So now, with elections coming next year, do you think you have an idea which way you guys are swaying? Because there's a lot of promises and a lot of speak and a lot of dissatisfaction. I mean, the mood at the moment is very somber. Nobody is quite happy in the country. Eh? Only the tenderpreneurs.
You know, it just shows you that when I heard over the radio that they never even got here to the amount that they pushed for Saturday and Sunday to come in
The registration, yes.
And they were waiting for the pupils of 18 and older.
Yes.
It was very, very poor. Very poor.
Well, it's very telling of how people are feeling about the current state of everything, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I know I'm registered, but I didn't even go
can
check
I
or
tell you
anything.
something?
I'm listening, but
Don't vote ANC, eh?
yeah, well, that's some good advice as well. But you know what's the sad part, pa? There is no strong alternative, unfortunately.
There is no other party.
Unfortunately, even though the other ones are basically making the ANC shine as if ANC is the only solution.
Same medicine.
Yeah. So, hey, one is very confused as to which route are they. And you know, this is going to be a very pivotal election because this could be the make it or break it of the ANC.
And this will also be bought. Money.
You figure it will be bought, ma?
This one, eh?
This road, yebo. As in number 1, 2, 3. They're by the grey, if I'm seeing correctly.
Yeah, with the green.
All right, buddy.
No, that way. Past the garden.
Past the garden.
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
just right here.
All right. Thabo bantwana, Thabo ma.
I'm just Thabo, regular dude. Just like has the name is very common. That's it.
So amongst your friends, are you the only Thabo?
Yes, I'm the only Thabo.
And then who are the other common names that you have go circling how?
Some dudes I went to high school with, and some dudes I actually work with. So yeah, it's a name Thabo. Even people that I don't even know, even when walking down the street, you'll be like, Thabo, you also look back.
The downside of having a Thabo name, huh?
Yeah.
So how na le lengwe lebitso? Like in another name in between, there's nothing.
Nah, there's not. It's just Thabo.
It's just
simply
Thabo.
Thabo.
Wow. Hey, your parents were not playing around,
We're
eh?
not playing, but like my grandfather's name was Thabo.
Oh, so you are named after the old man himself.
After the old man.
Ah, no, that I can understand and I can respect because Lena, I was named after my grandfather.
Yeah.
And my name is not common. I'm sure Wood will already. What did he just say his name is?
I'm like, yeah, I've never heard that name before.
Give me a habo. And funny enough, it's a unisex name.
Really?
So you actually do find female meahabos and you find male meahabos. In actual fact, I've dated my namesake. That chick had my name and she had my sister's name. So she introduced herself with my sister's name.
Right.
And then I was like, it's all good. That's my sister's name. And then later she told me, you know, funny thing is that my other name is your name as well.
Damn.
And I was like, damn. So some ZCC guy you are supposed to marry that woman. She cannot have your name and your sister's name. She's supposed to be in the clan.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's divine intervention.
Yeah, definitely. See, I can agree.
Yeah.
So what do you do, my man?
I'm actually an assistant technician working at Luaco right now.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so far it's been going so good.
It's
I also just moved here in Benoni.
Where are you from, otherwise?
PE.
Oh, Port Elizabeth.
Yeah.
How is it that there's a lot of Thabos in the Xhosa nation, and the Thabo is meant to be a Sotho?
It's weird, yes. It's
name, hey?
It's really weird because like both my parents, my mother is the one that's Sotho, my dad is the Xhosa guy, so I assume that he would give me a Xhosa name.
But I mean, look at Thabo Mbeki, and I've met another Thabo in Eastern Cape. It so happens with my mother is also Xhosa, so I've been to Eastern Cape, but more towards the Bisho side of the world. Yeah. So I met another Thabo that side, and I've actually bumped into a lot of Xhosa Thabos. So I'm wondering, how did it come to be with Nama Xhosa, about Thabo? Like, how do you think you know?
I mean, like, in so many people, maybe like the people I've met, like not only because their names are Thabo, but they also have other Sotho names, but they just so happen to be closer.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't know the specific
reason or why
have Sotho names.
Yeah.
It just so happens to be a thing in PE. Like most guys, they can't even speak Sotho, but they have Sotho names. But I wouldn't say.
But I guess it's that whole migration of economic migration where somebody's parents went to that place, or and then that's how we mixed. Because I mean, at the end of the day, that's how a lot of families come up, more especially the Gauteng families. You find it's not necessarily strictly vendors.
Sure.
It's not just Zulus. It's a Zulu and a Sotho, or a vendor and a Xhosa.
Right.
So, and especially more Gauteng, it's more of a melting pot for all these ethnic groups to basically integrate and make different breeds, if I can call it like that, of children outside of their traditional cultural norms.
Right.
But I think I've noticed that Thabo is quite a popular name for Eastern Cape, eh?
It very is.
Yes. So you're from PE. I love PE, man.
But funny story, actually. I was actually born in Joburg.
Oh yeah.
But like, parents moved out and then moved to PE.
Right.
Sold the house in Kagiso. So
Right.
most of my childhood I spent in PE. So I basically said I am from PE.
PE, ne?
Yeah.
Aight. But you would look like a Kagiso guy, huh? Funny enough. Western people have Western faces. I'm only kidding. I'm just pulling your leg there. Yeah, man. I love PE. My sister studied NMU, Nelson Mandela. Yeah, she studied. So I would visit PE now and then, and the company I used to work for had offices go PE. So now and then they would take us to PE. Yeah. So I fell in love with the Windy City. Yeah, man. I think if money is allow, I'm gonna basically look for property that side. Well, listen, but when I'm old, Yeah, for my retirement.
Yeah. But like for someone that's actually been like for some time, I wouldn't necessarily say that there would be like a destination place for things like Thailand. I mean, it's nice. Don't get me wrong. I mean, there's also the beach. There's nice places for you to go to. But like my all-time place to go to, what I actually go to, it's always been there.
Yeah. No, I can understand. I can understand where you're coming from. But I think as you get older, you're gonna start to see what, in actual fact, quiet places, ghost towns, are okay. Because of the fact that there's not much traffic, there's not much, there's not much of everything in those quiet places. Then I probably would have felt Durban also would be a destination where one would like to retire. But I felt PE is just on that whole it's exactly what I want. So a place like PE, when you're wealthy, it's the perfect place to be.
Perfect place.
I think it's only money reasons that could cause you or you don't want to retire in a place like PE. Because of the fact that, in your case it's different because you grew up there, so you feel like you've seen too much of that place, and even your downsides of life when you are not as happy as you are probably now happened at PE, so you tend to associate also slightly bad memories with the area. But I'm thinking as you grow older you'll probably start appreciating, or no, in actual fact I love the mere fact that this place is quiet and slow. According to the normal world it's slow and whatnot, because as you get older you appreciate peace, my man. Peace is so important in life.
But like whenever like I would like think of PE or have a conversation with PE, it's not because like I'm thinking of the memories I made there. Not only because of that, but because of someone that's actually there because my baby girl is there. So that's another like place for me, like PE. Like whenever I think of it, I think of her. Shout out to Lelo.
Shout out Lelo.
But yeah.
No, it is. Though Kabona, the municipality is not maintaining the city to the standard. Because I saw her slowly and slowly. It seems like things are going from a municipality services point of view. But otherwise, it was a beautiful place. I found it to be better than East London, where I have family. Yeah. Abuti 108 8th Avenue. I'm just not sure. Yeah, it says we are here.
Okay.
It says we are here.
Because I'm just doing her a favor.
Do you think you're going back same time or do Lanyan?
I'm just coming back same time.
Alright, so maybe so then it is a stop and go back. She actually did put it in.
Okay, let me just get outside for this dude to see me.
Alright, coolio. Yeah, and we'll be with Thabo shortly. And we're back. I'm still with Thabo. And yes, he is paying. This is not a favor. He hasn't been paid to be just riding in this car for free. You know? But he had a round trip basically. He just dropped off his package. Like most of us in the country, we have side hustles. So it seems his sister has a side hustle. And she does fragrances, ne? She pushes fragrances. Can I get Arthur Ford? Arthur Ford fragrances. Yeah, man. Is it keeping her busy?
She just recently started with it.
Alright.
So it's not something that she's been doing for some time.
For a while, ne? Alright, well, at least she sold her first perfume. We saw it.
I mean, I was like, first customer, I had to start it all.
Oh, you were the first guy.
I was.
And tell me, didn't
they smell good, especially for the one I took. The
Is
black
it?
one. Yeah, it's
the one that I saw him holding as well.
I didn't really notice which one was it.
I think I saw the black packaging. Well, maybe all the packaging is black.
But it just depends on the product. Which
the name and which one it is and whatnot. Hey, anything by that oud, because they've abused this oud. Do you know that oud?
Yeah.
Hey, I think we've abused the oud, man. We must give the oud a bit of a rest.
It's everywhere. Yeah. But I don't know, I feel like I should ask you the question as well.
Yeah, I'm listening.
What inspired you to do this channel over here?
Well, basically at the end of the day, my friends feel I'm a loudmouth, ne?
Right.
And we've been meaning to basically launch some kind of a channel and podcast and so on. So I've been delaying. And then what happens is that we got inspiration from some kid that we saw who's Ubering, I think in Australia or in the UK. And a funny thing, he's from South Africa. But his channel is mainly at night and he's picking up people who are coming from parties and so on and so on. So that's where the inspiration came from. And then some other time when because now I actually do engage with the clients when so I read from our greeting as to whether does it sound like you want to talk or not. So some people we do engage. So we talk about everything under the sun. And I figured that would be probably a nice channel to have where South Africans talk about matters that affect South Africans on the ground. Because in some cases you can see where some people don't seem to be quite involved on the ground, or what is the ground saying, what are the people on the ground saying, you know. It's more especially politicians or people got the high-end jobs, you know. They use private vehicles, they travel, you know, privately and so on, so they don't get to engage with the normal man on the ground, or what are issues that are very pressing to you. What are you happy about, what are you unhappy about, or maybe even just sharing ideas about new businesses, avenues, or things to do in healing and so on. So it's just basically a channel that's meant to review about everything under the sun. There's no carte blanche. But I think maybe because we're going to our national elections next year, I'll probably try focus more on that. On that basis, so that I get a feel for do people want to vote, and do people know who to vote for, and what issues are pressing to them, what is important to them for them to choose whoever they're going to vote for.
Follow up to that, since you're talking about the elections coming up, like we're now looking at how the country is going, the rate the country is going at right now. Do you feel confident in whatever like party that you feel like you want to vote for, that it's actually going to like contribute any change to how the country really is right now?
Very good question, T. I don't feel there is a party that's a solution for us at the moment. Unfortunately, I hear your party stands out, or these ones will probably deliver in everything that they're saying. I mean, now the ruling party has basically shot so many own goals.
Too many.
It's come to a point where you are seeming like an idiot if you still believe in the ruling party. It's similar to an abused woman saying, no, he's going to change, he's going to change. He's never going to change. That nigga is basically going to stay the way he is for a very long time. So to me, the ruling party at the moment doesn't seem like the option. But the ruling party is lucky. Why? The other people are not even showing themselves to be the better option. DA, unfortunately, DA seems to be still peddling white issues. They're still putting the issues that are important to the white voter at the forefront, and still hoping or they can get voted by black people whilst not putting black people's issues to the forefront.
Which that's kind of a long shot for them.
And they are letting low-hanging fruits go, because they should be pressing issues that are important to the black people. Land is very important to black people. They mustn't beat around the bush about land. They must actually address the land issue with vigorousness. No, in actual fact, if we vote for DA, it's not like you're voting for white people. We're voting for a party that's basically fighting to bring solutions. They must vote. They must actually have policies that emphasize we must put the black excluded in the job market. We must put the colored excluded in the job market. We must put the Indian excluded in the forefront. And they must stop beating around the bush about white privilege. White privilege is there. And now it's basically hidden in corporates, where companies would basically pay you less for the same job that you're doing with Johnny. But Johnny is basically he's getting double what you're getting, because at the end of the day, his skin color ensures that he still gets that money that he's supposed to be getting. So those are the things that I'm juggling with at the moment. I can a party of which I feel I can vote for outrightly. I think right now Mashaba is the only one I'm kind of hearing. EFF, I'm sorry, they flip-flop too many times. So EFF, I'm not down with them. And at the end of the day, Julius will say, hey, ANC, 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 but later in the evening, he is whining and dining, Lebombalula, taking pictures, they're drinking, having a good time. So I want to
another, I don't know if it happened recently, there was also another video of him circulating around the socials. I think he was DJing or something to some Amapiano song. I was like, we can't let like this be like the kind of guy who actually gets like his power gets into power. And in regards to like the elections, I feel like too many things have happened to a point where I'm exactly
who you voting for.
Who am I voting for? To a point I don't want to say I don't feel bothered. And then, but I don't have that need or kind of
that push to go vote. So you suspect, or you might even not vote. That's where you're standing right now. Alright. How old are you, if I may ask, my man?
I'm 23.
You're 23. And then probably that's the sentiment a lot of your peers are going through in regards to the voting. Though I heard there was a big number of youth who registered and they are first-time voters. So it seems like some youths are kind of interested, because about 1 million youths registered, and these are first-time voters, about 1 million of them registered. So it was a good thing for the IEC to see that there is a level of interest from the youth, but I still feel a lot needs to be done, more especially in educating the youth on the importance of voting. I think a lot of young people tend to neglect how voting actually does narrate your life in future. It might not be now immediately, but a lot of decisions that are being taken in regards to your lives are affected by voting. And young people honestly need to be more involved in voting. As much as it may seem boring to be into politics, I found out lately now that politics actually affect so much in my life. You know, I was also of the same sentiment. Alright, man, these things are far away from me. Nah, I need to just concentrate on me, do me, get rich, and that's it.
Right.
I'm not interested in politics, man.
But let me like just like pinpoint this point of view. Like, I hear that you're saying like a lot of young people went out and voted. You know? Like,
sorry, registered in actual fact, yes,
registered.
yeah, to vote, yes.
Should we ignore the fact that maybe, like, I'm not saying that maybe it's something that happened, like maybe some of the youth that registered could be like, not because of their own choosing, but because of what's been instilled by their parents. Like, okay, Mganami, not because they wanted to, but they just wanted to get the parents of the bag.
No, there is a good chance I can believe that can also be a possibility. But even then, that's even better, because at the end of the day, voting that's the only way you're going to be able to voice out your frustrations. You know, what's the sad thing about life, more especially when you're young? The things that are important in your life, voting, tax, developing yourself those are things that you tend to realize at a later stage in life. Or, you know, in actual fact, I was supposed to give myself more time to concentrate on these things. Like when I at school, I honestly do believe like almost every child was supposed to be involved with SRC. Right. That's your first key point of getting into politics. When you're interested in your student-related matters, it later feeds into you wanting to know what is happening in your society, in your neighbor, in your neighborhood, in your country. That's where the interest of wanting to be involved in your country comes into play. Because unfortunately, what happens a lot is that those of us who seem to be smart, we ignore politics, only to have those we figure to be stupid, balatella politics, and they end up being in positions which narrate your future.
It's kind of crazy if you think about it, actually.
And that's how it is.
Yeah.
And because those who figure they are smart, they don't want to be involved in politics, they leave and don't want to be involved in politics. The idiots and the stupids, they follow politics, and then at the end of the day, they end up being the ones who are calling the shots.
Right.
And you know, it will be so sad knowing somebody that you went to school with and who was not smart academically, or even streetwise was not smart, is the one basically now who seems to be the leader of something of which you know, this guy is not the smartest person. There are better people who can do the job. But because he had the tenacity and he stuck through it, he's reaping the rewards. Team, my man, we are at the end of our journey. You have my cash.
Of course.
How much do you owe me, man? You owe me $80.
Alright, cool.
That is the nicest $80 I've ever made, talking to somebody and getting paid at the same time. But T, thank you so much for getting involved in this. And as said, I'm gonna get your handle, and then I'll tag you on the handle, and then you can basically start watching and watch our episode. And this was the first episode with Thabo. So Thabo broke my virginity in doing this channel, and I'm so grateful that he was open-minded to it, and we had a very interesting conversation. Till we meet again, my boy.
Thank you so much.
For sure.